Welcome to Graeme Games. My name is Graeme. This is a game. Today I am playing Deep Sleep 4 Labyrinth of the Forsaken, which I assume it was really intentionally done to slip a 4 into the title, as well as just being kind of a cool cryptic sounding title. It is so wild to see this series continue to be expanded beyond its Flash origins. Don't Escape, 4 Days to Survive, I'm trying to remember its updated title, took it to the next level in such surprising and incredible ways, and it really just convinced me that Script Welder, has the sauce and is one to deeply pay attention to, and I really am excited to see how it's taken further here. Deep Sleep was always a little bit more of the horror series. There's sprinkles of that in both, but I feel like it usually came forward a bit more in the Deep Sleep games. So I'm a little curious how that's going to play out here. There is the option to switch between these two fonts, and I think I'm going to play with the non-pixelated one. I feel like it's legible, it looks good, it kind of fits the world a little bit more, but just from being on the other side of things a little bit, I get the impression most people prefer not pixelated, and so I'm gonna opt for that. It looks clean, it still looks good, it's maybe not as blended, but like for just general legibility, I think it's a worthwhile trade-off, and I'm glad that that's an available option. Amy, do you know that some people can smell ants? Oh, there was a through line of smells in the previous games, but anyways, that's the first thing you're bringing up. I can't say I've ever smelled an ant. I've licked some ants. Some of them got little lemony butts on them. Amy, right, yeah, it sounds bizarre, I know, but it's true. Not everyone has this trait. It's genetics. Just like having blue eyes or not. Or like rolling your tongue. But that's not the point. The point is, there is one group of people that can smell ants, and one that can't. And the funniest thing about it all is that people of both groups are equally surprised when they first learn about the existence of the opposite group. Just as much as you're surprised that I could smell ants, I was surprised that you couldn't. Why are you telling me about this? Your ticket, please. Huh? Oh, right. One moment. I had it somewhere here. Maybe try checking your pockets, ma'am? Open your inventory using I. You can also fully play the game with the mouse, and just because of where my microphone is, I might kind of just resort to doing mouse only. Inside my wallet, examine. Oh my god, look at that! I thought this game was very fully pixel, like hand-drawn pixel, and then interesting like light mapping being done to give the illusion of 3D, but apparently Script Welder has found interesting ways to insert or include actual 3D as well. A leather wallet with a miniature horseshoe for good luck. I keep my money and documents in there. So I can't actually check it unless use item? Just try and give him my wallet? Oh yeah, look at the detail in that animation, it's unreal. I don't need your wallet, ma'am. I want to see your ticket. Maybe it is inside? Am I capable of checking that? Oh, I see. You have to rotate it to the other side to get the wallet's button. Button that fastens the wallet. Wow, that's detailed. That's super cool. Train ticket. That's my train ticket. I knew I put it in here. And I don't think I can check anything else. It's fine. That's all I need. Whoa. I'm just blowing my mind. I was not expecting this sort of detail and style. That's my train ticket. Yeah. So now I would like to hand that over. I threw away my wallet. I don't need that anymore. The train ticket has been lost. Given. Everything seems to be in order. Thank you. Your transit station is coming up at the next stop. Remember to change trains, ma'am. Have a pleasant journey. See, like, I think the train itself, the characters, like, that's all still hand-drawn 2D pixelation done with, like, 3D light maps, which is so cool and so crazy and, like, really gives this a level of detail we hadn't seen before. Hey, Amy, over here, Thomas. There you are, sis. I was getting worried. You fell asleep or something? Perhaps I did. I got a bit lost in thought, that's all. Perhaps I did. I'm just appreciating that, like, is this a dream? Did you fall asleep? I might have gotten lost in thought of it. Oh, sis, getting lost all the time, aren't you? We're almost at our transit station. Don't want to miss it. Come on. Getting lost all the time seems like a not so subtle bit of foreshadowing. Train conductor, can I check out this other compartment down in the corner here? Oh, yeah, I can, but it's all blacked out. I don't want to bother him. Yeah, he's busy pretending to work, so I'll leave him to it. I don't want to catch him in the act and embarrass him. This foggy layer over things is cool, and it's funny because it's not that different from Script. So what are you thinking about? You said you were lost in thought? Like Script Welder's old tricks of having static over things? Oh, just random stuff. I can't remember what was going through my head exactly. That's a shame. Precious philosophical thoughts of my sister lost forever. Come on, let's go. Not pausing for dialogue in games is a huge pet peeve of mine. The the train station. I'm focusing on the wrong text. I'm just kind of exploring around. Can I talk to Thomas further? Not right now. Newspaper. Oh, so what now? We should find a timetable and check what time our next train departs. Actually, what's the time now? I forgot my watch. Wait. Huh. Mine doesn't seem to work. Weird. Doesn't matter. There should be a clock at the train station. While we're here, we could also grab a newspaper to have something to read on the train. Alright. Sounds like a plan. Let's get to it then. I feel like I don't need to ask him about this stuff. Can't we estimate the time somehow? For example, when were we supposed to arrive here? I don't remember. I forgot my watch and yours apparently doesn't work. So let's just check the time at the train station. That shouldn't be a problem. Our next train departure time. Which train do we have to catch now? That's the fun part. I don't know how it's going to be labeled on the timetable. They usually put the train's final destination there. Maybe we'll have to ask? But don't worry, it's not a big station. With only one platform, it shouldn't be difficult to figure out. And where do you want to buy the newspaper at this time of the night? I thought you didn't know what time it was. Very funny. Chill out. There's a vending machine here at the platform. A big blue box. It requires coins. Do you have any change? No, only banknotes. Harsh life of rich people. If we were rich, we wouldn't have to travel by train, Thomas. Trains rule. Don't be knocking trains. Anyway, without a coin, getting that newspaper is going to be tricky. Double click to run. That's handy. I could get a newspaper from this vending machine if only I had a coin. The entrance. A side door. I feel like I probably shouldn't start with the side door. It's locked from the other side. Yeah. Okay, running over. That is convenient, actually. I think Don't Escape 4 had that as well. Oh, cool transition. It's so simple. Hello? Anyone here? Such a simple thing to make that feel good with, like, the darking, blacking out transition like that, but it was done with kind of like a foggy effect. It looked awesome. The clock is out of order. Just my luck. The clock is out of order. The main clock at a railway station. How likely is that? Oh well, maybe they have more clocks around here. Or we can fix it. A screwdriver. Do you want to pick up a screwdriver? Yeah, that's a classic of the series. Funny that that's like literally the first thing you gain. I see no reason to... Okay, it's just gonna sit. I didn't really see a good reason to interact with that. Oh, got a little bit of tunes kicking in. I'd rather use the other one. Oh, yeah, that's so good. You can review your objectives in the game menu. Game menu, dialogue, and there we go. Find what time it is. Check when your next train arrives. Get something to read for the journey. Very simple introductory things. Of course, Script Welder would put the detail in for a mirror. Mirror, mirror on the wall. What am I even doing here overall? This clock's absolutely freaking shit. The time is... This doesn't make any sense. It's going backwards and forwards simultaneously. I know I shouldn't touch that, but I have to. I know I'm not going crazy. Like, there was that immediate bit of dialogue, like, did you fall asleep in there? And so, like, I'm wondering, are we immediately asleep? There is something wrong with the clock. Battery cover, it's a plastic cover. Batteries that power the clock should be behind it. I thought it was going to be, like, no batteries. A pair of batteries, they might come in handy. Another little classic of the series. Ah, that transition from, like, flat pixel to like, actually being 3D. Script welder rules, man. I'm just so sold. This feels like the growth that the series needed. Like, he could have done it in the same style of Don't Escape 4, and I would have been fully satisfied. But to challenge himself to push it this far, like those lighting effects, the reflections, the transitions between the levels, the 3D pixelation on the character, unreal. Like, so cool. I could remove this cover if I had a tool for it. Well, first thing, we'll check the table. Huh. It's all jumbled. Random letters and numbers. This thing seems to be broken. Alright, well, let's get the screwdriver into action here. Do I just need to insert more batteries? I feel like that's not really what an electrical panel's all about. Oh, wait. So, plus 20, plus 20, minus 10. This should do it. HLEIS. That sure doesn't provide a lot. That didn't help much. However, doesn't it look like a message? Or, like, like, am I supposed to fill in the other letters, like Wheel of Fortune style? Or, like, I was thinking he lies, but there's only the one E. This can, has the New York Times word games not trained me in any way to be able to unscramble this? SH, like, Leish, no, Shield. No. What the hell am I talking? Are you done playing with that thing, sis? You wanted to check the timetable, Thomas. It's not my fault everything here is broken. Okay. You tried. The train will arrive sooner or later. We just have to wait. No, wait. I think this might be... Well, it's odd, but I think it's not just random letters. If we could find a way to read it... Nonsense. If you really want to read something, go get that newspaper I mentioned. Haberdash. You're overthinking it, sis. This is obviously locked. Yeah. And I still have the screwdriver. 2 out of 4. Apparently there's a maximum amount of batteries I'm capable of handling. Ticket office. Hello? Nope. Nobody there. Staff only door. So that's the one that probably couldn't access from the other side. It's too dark to see anything. Amy, what are you doing? It clearly says staff only. Of course it's too dark. They don't want you to go in there. I can't see any light switches either. Why do you have to go there? Come on. Where's your sense of adventure? Or at least a flashlight? Yeah, I have a flashlight. But why would you even go in there? Oh, he does. I thought he was being sarcastic. Do you have one? Give me your flashlight, dude. That would be very beneficial. Hey, Thomas. I need a flashlight. You're not going to, by any chance, sneak into a staff-only room, right, sis? What? No. Yes, but it's important. You're always looking for trouble, aren't you, sis? Thomas, there's something wrong with this place. I can feel it. Look around. There's nobody here but us. The main door has a huge padlock on it. Everything is just off. Can't you feel? We can't just stay here and wait. Maybe, but my flashlight won't help you. Don't be like that, Thomas. Please, it doesn't have batteries. No, I'm serious. It won't help you. I must have left it turned on and it drained the batteries dead. It doesn't work. Oh. Here, take it anyway. Maybe you can find new batteries for it. Thanks. Gain a flashlight without batteries. Well, how many does it take? First, I want to examine it. I just want to see. It's a light source much needed in this dark place. Unfortunately, it has no batteries and is otherwise useless. Yeah, can't flick it on. I was trying to check like the battery compartment to see how many batteries it might take, but you know, maybe it is just 2. Hint: you can turn. Okay, there's a direct flashlight button. Did I do it? Okay, great. Do I need to conserve batteries? I kind of hope not. Like, I kind of just don't want to have to manage that. It's a thing I don't want to think about, you know? I don't want to be worrying about that while I'm desperately trying to avoid getting jump scared by things in the dark. Thomas, there is something really weird going on here. I found a clock in the restroom, but it was wrong. As in showing the wrong time? How can you know that since we don't know what time it is exactly? No, it was all wrong. Going forward and backwards, showing nothing but nonsense? I don't know what's wrong with this place. That's weird. You know what? Don't worry about it. The train will be here sooner or later. We still might want to see the timetable to make sure it wasn't cancelled or something. I fixed the timetable, sort of. It's still showing random letters. Yeah, you've told me that already. And I told you, stop meddling with it. I fixed it, but it's still broken. Like, it's not a very convincing argument, Amy. If you really want to read something, go get the newspaper I mentioned. Well, I'm going to go do my own thing without you. Oh, the flashlight lighting scanning around is so sick. Flash the flashlight around, you can do it while moving. Oh, I missed the dialogue there. See, that's why I don't like dialogue that auto-progresses. Presumably it was just like, oh, it's dark in here, or something, you know? I don't like that. A coin. There we go. We can go get our newspaper at least. Do you want to pick up a coin? Amount 1 out of 4. I guess that's a quarter then? It's just kind of a silly way of tracking that. I am a little bit curious. Oh, yeah. So I might end up using WASD for moving around. Just because that, if I double tap... maybe you can't run with the flashlight? Oh, just hold shift. So I might do that for walking around, because like that, pointing the flashlight that way does seem better. Right. Need a coin. The coin has been lost. Newspaper. A latest issue of Sunrise Telegram. Rustling through the pages is somehow soothing, even though they're filled with descriptions of tragedies and atrocities. Well, that sounds like great train time reading material. Sunrise Telegram. Okay, so we had HLEIS. I feel like it wasn't quite lies. So he, and then I PL, and then I E, right? EIS. I'm trying to picture it in my head without distracting myself by looking at this. So he, PLE could have gone on either side there, but so it'd probably be Plemis. He Plemis. That doesn't mean anything. That's. I feel like that's. I thought I was being such a genius. Just my luck. I think I've gotten a faulty copy. The entire front page is missing, replaced by some random letters. Wait, where did I see similar letters before? Oh, come on, Amy. Surely you haven't forgotten that quickly. I immediately was like, I hope Thomas is still here. I bet he won't be. Brother? Where are you? Where did he go? Yeah, sorry, Amy. Probably not seeing that guy again anytime soon. Hey, this re-scrambled itself, didn't it? Okay, but it's still... this visual doesn't match what's going on here. So, he. Now I feel like the P would be on that side, though. Oh, help. Oh, my God. Okay, so why I got so fixated on he. Help. Help, of course. Oh, no, that's not what I wanted to do at all. Skipped and I just wanted to close it. Examine. Well, I'll keep that in mind. So, help, and then MS directly below the L, and offset a little bit there. Okay. I think I probably just skipped one of those sorts of dialogues, and that's fine. So, help me, and then wasn't it just a P? No, help me, sis. Help me, sis. Oh my God. What? We're getting notes from Thomas? I mean, it is a thing in the other Deep Sleep games where travelers, the people who are in the like deep sleep of things, are sending messages to themselves. And so the idea that Thomas is now sending a message to Amy is like, oh, chilling. That was such a genuine, cool realization. Everyone who figured it out like 5 minutes before me, hopefully it was also cool for you. So yeah, I assume that was still not going to work. Oh, I guess I'm probably supposed to. Oh, maybe I can't just use then? Use on here? Ah, I'm a little surprised that... Okay, there we go. What if... Yeah. Yep. Help me, sis? What the... Oh, cool music. Okay, let me sip some tea before I get scared. We just like walk in on a funeral? Is it like our funeral or Thomas's? I can't even interact with anyone. That's chilling. A fresh grave. Now I remember. The train. I took a train to get here. To the funeral of my brother Thomas. Oh, the pixel dissolving. The ways in which Scriptwelder is like bringing back the visual language of those original Flash games. 2D point-and-click Flash games. And, it's amazing. It's amazing. I'm in love already. What the hell? Is this Assassin's Creed? Phew, I'm back. Weird that the sky is immediately outside the wall like that. I need some coffee and some fresh air. So, little apartment here. Yeah, the sky thing is a little strange to me. Dream journal frame photo. I'm just going to explore around. A photo taken of my brother and me a photo of my brother and me taken at one of our family reunions. I wish I had spent more time with Thomas. May 94, just barely over 2 years ago. Okay, got a little bit of a date for things. I wonder if things could have been different. The portrait style very much reminds me of Stardew Valley, which is kind of like a funny thing to tie into this particular freaky game. A dream journal is a notebook used to record memories after each night. While it helps you achieve lucid dreaming, it can also serve as a refresher to quickly recall recent events. My dream last night was that I was staying in a giant house with some friends of mine, and they had to catch like an early flight in the morning, and they came into my room and they were like, oh, so sorry, we left something in here, sorry to bother you. And then they were like rummaging around in the room, and I was like, well, I'm trying to sleep, I don't have to be anywhere. So I went to a different room, and then like, I'm laying my head down, and then they would show up and be like, oh, we actually left our phone charger in this room, sorry. But then they would like rummage around and be like, oh, god damn it, I'm going to a different room. And it happened like 7 times, and that was like the majority of the dream that I remember, was just going room to room and then being like, oh, sorry, I have something in this room actually. it was like so frustrating. But I don't know, I tend to remember my dreams most nights, and that's the one I do remember. I can't believe I'm actually doing it. A dream journal. And how is it supposed to work? From what Thomas wrote in his own journal, it trains the memory, helps with remembering, a key step towards lucid dreaming. What am I even trying to achieve? Because he thought he saw some monsters in a nightmare, and it changed his life forever. Oh, so he was a victim of the shadow people. Newsflash, brother. People see monsters in their dreams. Why was it so unusual for you? I was so angry. When he was obsessing over it, too angry. And look at me now. I guess I had some sort of success tonight. At least I dreamed about Thomas. We were traveling together. Then he vanished, and I found myself at his funeral. I remembered he was dead, and I gained lucidity. I could feel it. Then the whole dream collapsed, and I woke up. Yeah, really, really, really common when, like, the switch happens to lucidity. It's really, really rare for the dream to kind of remain stable and you have any sort of, like, control over things. Usually when that moment happens where you're like, I'm dreaming, then it falls apart. And it's that is really common. So it makes me think that, like, Script Welder has either read about this a lot or is similar to me in that he, like, has done a lot of lucid dreaming, intentionally or not. For me, unintentionally. If anything he wrote was true, next time, I might get closer to finding something. Okay, interesting. So the whole first thing was a dream. I kind of assumed so, but, like, there's a lot of gulls. Not, like, on a houseboat or something. I don't feel like doing this right now. Maybe tomorrow. First things first, I need coffee. There should be some in the kitchen. I wanted to just check out that balcony. I don't want to fiddle with it now. An electrode cap, so you're, like, studying your brain waves and things. Yeah, okay, let's head. An opened envelope. Landlord's letter. Miss Amelia, so Amy is Amelia. I'm very sorry to hear the tragic news about Thomas. It is beyond words. Please accept my deepest condolences. I suspect you'll be visiting for the funeral in the upcoming days, and since you're from outside the city, I thought you might need a place to stay. Your brother was a wonderful tenant. Never got any complaints from neighbors. He was never late with rent. In fact, he always paid in advance. As such, the apartment is still available for you for the whole month. Using up the deposit, I can even prolong this period a bit further. Either way, you should have enough time to sort all of the things that need to be sorted out while having a place to stay. I will admit, this offer comes with a request that you remove your brother's belongings and, by the end of your visit, leave the apartment ready for the next tenant. Of course, if staying at your late brother's place would be too painful, I can also recommend a relatively cheap hotel. Otherwise, please find the attached key. Sincerely, Matt Falpic. Falpic? Doesn't matter. The landlord is not a pleasant type, but at least there's some details in his letter that could help me puzzle things together. Like that my brother was never late with rent, so he wasn't in financial straits. While I look for Thomas at night, by day I try to gather any info that could help me understand what happened to him. I decided to stockpile all the documents here, so I expect this collection to grow with time. I'm curious because everyone's kind of like they don't really know what happened to him, and so I don't think he just like disappeared or anything. But do people in this world think that he maybe committed suicide? Uncertain. I don't feel like doing this. I was curious how they would do the braided curtains in pixel art. I like the way it kind of like swayed a little. A grandfather clock. It's been sitting broken for years. I feel like I've heard a thing for many, many years that you can't read in dreams, and I feel like that's distinctly untrue. Like, I feel like I read in dreams frequently. It's not like reading a book, but there will be like a sign on the wall that has a thing, or like a note that comes up, and it'll like... And I wonder if it's just an idea that, like, maybe it's just a bunch of scribbles and your dream brain is like, oh, yes, of course this is telling me what the breakfast special is. And it just, like, makes up what the meaning is. But we don't actually, like, visualize letters. But I feel like I do. But maybe it's just the impression of that. I don't know. I haven't read up on that specifically in a long time. Lots of things to not do today that'll potentially build on, like, the what happened to Thomas narrative over time, like biking around town or watching the TV. You have no new messages. Very aggressive with the no. Bathroom seems all clear. Here's the kitchen. Kind of a cramped little space. Nah, there's no food in there. Just some of my medicine. I don't need it today. What kind of medicine? How is that going to tie in? Like, does Amy have any form of psychosis? Something as, like, dramatic as that? Or is it something to assist with sleeping? Like, does it tie in that way? Smells so good. Now to the balcony. You're not allowed to run with the coffee, which is kind of funny. Well, if you're going to enjoy your coffee, I'm going to drink some tea. Oh, whoops. Dang it, I don't know how to do that with the keyboard. Take your curtains. Armor Games Studios presents... I am glad that even though Armor seems to have undergone some pretty major shifts, like in terms of CEO and things like that, that they remained committed to supporting Scriptwelder. Oh, hell yeah, that's cool. Awesome title drop. I love it. Wherever you are, brother, I will find you. Not sure where or how, but I will. Oh, so the sky outside the window makes a lot more sense, because it's like you looking out over the cityscape, and you're like really high up. Sunrise Telegraph. So that's I think probably the newspaper itself. I like seeing the lights changing, and like cars are like turning and things. These lights are, you have a very short window to make your turn though. It's really changing on a dime. The effect on the water, like the shimmer with the pixels and all that, like that's so beautiful. Really outstanding. Very, very cool. Right. Now back to regular life. It's been a while since the funeral, but I still need to take care of some formal matters at the notary. It's scary how many things we leave behind unfinished. At least I'll have something to do during the day. Tonight, I'll try reaching him again. So we'll fast forward, right? We're not going to go to the notary. Yeah. So tired. At least I won't have problems falling asleep. The apartment seems so still and quiet without him. You have one new message. Hi, it's Thomas. Something terrible has happened. Or not? Who knows? Either way, can't pick up right now. Leave a message after the beep. Wait. So that's Thomas's answering machine, like, pickup message, not a message he'd left? I should really change that. Hello? Amy, right? It's me, Alex. I think you should change that leave a message thing. It's a bit haunting since, Anyway, I'm calling to say the boss said yes to your extended leave. He understands the situation and so on, but I didn't tell him why you're staying there. As much as I'm concerned, he thinks you need time to cope. Which, to be honest, you do. Because, let's face it, why are you staying there exactly? To study your brother's dream journals and such? I really don't understand. Listen, I'm trying to be accepting and tolerant, but I'm not sure. It doesn't matter. We all cope with loss in our own ways. I hope you're okay. Take care. I'll try calling again tomorrow. Yeah, I think people are right to be a little concerned. It's not an unreasonable thing, like when, you kind of have to pack up the apartment and stuff. That all checks out and I think wouldn't surprise anyone. But hooking yourself up to a computer each night, the moon, and whatever weirdness you're getting up to, that would probably raise concerns for a lot of people. I'd be curious to see what time it is. Don't want to fiddle with it, so like literally just go straight to bed. Put on your nightcap. Ooh. Cerebro. I was trying to remember the name. This device helps me navigate through dreams. Okay, I don't see anything else to interact with there. Whoa. Interesting. So, like, literally, it helps you navigate dreams. So, a train station in the middle of nowhere, lost amongst the tangled memories. So, the fact that it's blacked out in the center there, I like the little wobble effect on it. Makes me think, like, that's marking that I visited it, the hotel. I won't pretend I understand how it works, but I think I can access this dream. A strange place where Thomas might have checked in at. So you're visiting his dream specifically? Or you're tapping into your brain and you have read his journals and have created, or like you have this narrative that exists in your brain, and then it's unclear. I'm curious how that might get unpacked. Click and hold for like the scan there. Freaky transition sounds. Creepy as shit. This green-walled hotel. That feels very Deep Sleep 1-esque, I'm pretty sure. There's something in this vase. Like, I just played through those games, and they kind of weave between themselves a little bit. And but like, just even that basic bed, I feel like you leave the room and you come back and there's a skeleton in the bed, Like, I've just woken up. So that makes me... the picture is blurry. I can't make out anything. But I'm really, really, really curious if this has been done in a way... I love these title drops. Where you're visiting those games. Like, revisiting those games with this added detail and context and narrative. Like, even if it's not literally, the fact that it makes me think that. The fact that it's been done in a way that kind of ties them together... stylistically is like already I'm so into that. Oh wait, was this also locked? Golden key has been lost. A blue cube with buttons. Yes, I do want to pick that up. So, a blue metal cube with 5 buttons, one on each side. Each button has a symbol. On the 6th side, there is a plaque covered with weird symbols. So, I drop beacon square. I drop beacon triangle square. Oh, these are not... Okay, which one of these looks most like an eyeball? None of them, really? Oh, wait, there's a circle... Okay, so circle, drop, siren, triangle, square. Circle, drop, siren, triangle, square. Circle, drop, siren, triangle, square. There we go. It's hard to read. This is your brother's dream. Is that what that says? The mysterious symbols have been replaced with letters that I can't read. Like, I think this is your brother's dream. I'm pretty sure that's what I'm reading. Yeah. Well, maybe you can't read it, but I can. This is a dream? Yes. I remember now. I'm dreaming. I'm looking for Thomas. Yeah, the realization you're dreaming starts crumbling things apart. The way the wall, like, disappeared. This is Deep Sleep 1. It just is. It totally is. Wait. Oh my god. Is the character you're playing as through Deep Sleep 1, 2, and 3 Thomas? Does that name come up? Oh my god. It might. I don't know anymore. But I think that's what this is. Holy shit. My mind is blown. A skeleton in a bed. This doesn't bode well, huh? This is probably a bit crazy, but I've got a really bad feeling about this place. Yes, you should. I should find something to protect myself. Maybe arm myself with this bone? Huh? Get it? Arm myself because it's an arm bone? That's exactly what you would have said if you were here. Oh, you would be so proud, Thomas. Yes, I will pick up the human bone with a durability, okay. And literally, yuck, it's so mushy and slimy. having the human bone is like a thing you're required to do to solve a puzzle in the first game. I'm so into this. I'm so glad I've replayed the game so recently. I kind of just realized, like, oh, I don't have a recorded version of playing these games on the channel. I should do that. And it was a perfect excuse to revisit everything. Oh, yeah, flashlight would go over real well. Even this checkout desk is totally straight from those games. I think it comes up in 1 and 2. Greetings, Amelia. I'm sure this note will reach you somehow. I'm sure how that's written, that opening sentence is a recurring thing in the games too. I hope the inner awakening went well and you managed to anchor yourself within the dream. My apologies for not making it easier, but you had to solve it yourself to gain a stronger grasp of this reality. The hardest part is not allowing the dream to collapse upon becoming aware of where you are. Enduring that moment of clarity is the first step towards maintaining lucidity. As you can probably suspect, I've taken it upon myself to help you a bit with the awakening, and having your permission, I would be honored to guide you further. I know who you're looking for. However, before I can help you, I will have to ask for a small favor myself. Is this going to be like Cody or something? Like, who would it be? Come to the basement so we can talk. Sincerely, a friend. P.S. Ring ring. Oh, I thought they meant ring the bell. Ring ring? Nothing. A wet floor warning sign. Caution, wet floor. I guess I'd better not run recklessly. What happens if I do? Will I actually just wipe the hell out? Bucket of water. Yeah, I feel like if you can pick anything up, then you should. Let me get a little bit of a sprint going. Okay, yeah. I mean, should have listened to the sign. Yeah, probably. Oh, and you even leave, like, wet footprints behind. That's so funny. Okay. The phone has me a little worried, because the phone in the other games is freaky as hell. And we still don't have a flashlight or anything like that. Oh my god. Okay, flashlight at the bottom of the stairs. Okay, run to that as quickly as you can. I definitely want that. Get that in hand ASAP. Yeah, you don't have to ask me twice. Pick that the hell up. Is this thing just gonna tell me to wake up? Hello? Kindest greetings, Amelia. Who are you? How do you know my name? I am a friend, as I stated in the letter upstairs. And while you do not know me, one could say that, to a certain degree, I have made an acquaintance with your brother. Is this a different Amelia? Like, probably not. You knew Thomas? Yes. I also know that you're looking for him here. Is this the weird stranger that we find in the basement of the second game? I think the second game? Can you help me find Thomas? This one must be like, quest-based or like advance the narrative, which is like, you know, the getting the flashlight from Thomas is the only other thing I think we've seen with the exclamation point. You said that you'd help me. Can I actually find him? Does this mean he's still alive? No, he's not alive. At least not in a literal sense. You've been at his funeral in the awoken world, remember? Nevertheless, I can help you find him, if this is what you desire. So, did Thomas end up supplanted in a different person? Like, he stole their consciousness? Like, potentially. And so, like, he might exist elsewhere, even though literal Thomas is dead? I'm not sure if I follow. If he's dead, how can he be here? I'm confused. You knew from the very start that he was dead, yet you still began your search. Maybe you do not always remember that he died when you are here, yet you always search for him. Yes, but that doesn't actually answer my question. It does. It will become apparent with time. Where are we? Within a dream. Yes, I know that. It's my dream. But I don't recognize this place. You act based upon a mistaken belief, Amelia, that this dream is yours. It isn't? You have searched for your brother far and wide. It should not be particularly surprising that you found yourself in his dream. It's Thomas's dream? Is he here? No, he has long since departed. This dream is what he left behind. Who are you exactly? Who the hell are you? I've already told you. A friend. Sorry, friend, but that's not detailed enough. Not to mention where I come from, that term is earned, not claimed. Fair enough. Perhaps with time I will earn that title then. Meanwhile, I can only ask of you to trust me. I'm standing in a dark basement in a dream, talking on a phone with a disembodied voice that claims to know my dead brother. Was that a question? Because that is precisely the situation you find yourself in. What do you need from me? Your note mentioned that you need something. Correct. I'm guessing you want something in return for helping me? No, I simply require your assistance before I'm able to truly help you. Not sure if that makes things better or worse. I've been imprisoned here, and I need to regain my freedom if you wish for me to help you. Okay, that definitely makes it sound worse. Behind the gate on the right, there's a short corridor leading to a room with pipes. Traverse that room, and at the very back, there will be another passage. Go there if you wish to help me. I never agreed to helping you. Like I said, I don't exactly trust a random voice on a phone. I know, but for now, you're the only hope I have. How do I open this gate? Somewhat reluctantly here. This gate here, it looks closed shut to me. I'm sure you'll manage to overcome this obstacle. Perhaps you can use something to pry it open. Maybe I could use this bone I found? This bone you found. There was this skeleton. I thought its arm might come in handy. So you decided to take a random human bone with you? Don't judge me, okay? I thought it might be useful, as a weapon, for example. I'm not judging you, Amelia. You're just very similar to your brother. I am? Indeed. Time will tell if that is a good thing or a bad thing. I am afraid this is about as much time as we have. We cannot continue this conversation for now. They are beginning to sense something. They? Who are they? I will make an attempt to contact you again when it is safe. So, the shadow people are on to us. They're gonna jump scare the hell out of me, and it's gonna be awful. Okay, metal gate is what we're trying to get through. It's locked. I can try and pry it with the bone. I'm gonna go check out this door first. Locked from the other side. So, could it be so simple? Yeah, there you go. You're mighty strong. And that bone belonged to someone who drank a lot of dairy. Oh, the pipe room. Oh, Jesus. Okay. Ah, it burns. That steam is hot as hell. I know it's just a dream, but the pain feels so real. The trauma will wake me up if I'm not careful. Hopefully there won't be any more burning surprises. Great. Okay, Amy, you can do it. Just be careful. Also, I should treat that burn somehow. Well, there's a nice immediate way to do that, I think. Luckily, there's first aid down here. A bottle of medicine. Yes, pick that up. Don't let your integrity fall to 0. Find the medicine in your inventory and consume the heal. Well, I don't think I'll do it right away. I assume it only heals one slot, but I might as well kind of be sparing with it if I can get away with it. I like can't run in this section, so you have to be... Oh, come on. So you have to be really, really careful was what I was going to say as I run straight into it. Oh, hold, gotcha. Oh, so it did heal too. Okay, so I, probably shouldn't have used it right away, just like I was worried about. Okay, I can run with the... I don't know why that wasn't working before. close that off. Okay. Oh, it seems like it closed the entire section off. It's just blowing from the one side. Yeah, okay. Ah! It must be the order I'm hitting the buttons in. Jesus. Every time I'm attempting to run and just not doing it. Oh, come on. Just run. For crying out loud. I don't know why I'm having so much trouble with that. I think I have to be moving and then... See, you can't hold shift and then walk. You have to be walking, then hold shift. So, like, I wish either version of it worked, but I guess I'll just try and get comfortable with the version that we have. Ooh. Wasting 3. I'm glad it warned it and explained it so clearly exactly what the trade-off is that you're making. So yeah, I'm going to choose to not pick it up for now. Okay, more steam pipes. Even this coal room. The pipes room is a little, like, new, but this, like, coal furnace is totally from... Oh my god. It's totally from the original game. Oh, a weak smoldering husk appears. Sometimes a fight can't be avoided. There's fighting in this? No rush. You have some turns before the monster attacks. Select a weapon from your inventory and use it to strike. What the hell? Okay. I guess I just bash it with the bone. Damage 1. So it has 3 health, and it's counting down to it attacking, I assume. That's very interesting. Super duper not anything I expected a game like this to have. Human bone has been lost. What the hell was that? Okay, Amy, relax. It's just a bad dream. A nightmare. Everything is possible, but nothing is real. I think. If I can find a way to turn off that furnace, the pipes in the previous room should stop releasing steam. There's a raging inferno in there. Furnace control mechanism. I like the way that pipe is like shaking from the steam release. This looks like a mechanism of some sort, but it's clearly missing a part. The barely visible label says main shut-off switch. Oh, cool. It's even like they have the literal thing in the corner there. If only I had something that could be used as a lever, like the human bone, which is precisely how you solve this puzzle in the first game. Unfortunately, it broke into pieces and can't be used. Hot damn, this is cool. I hope the game is cool for people who haven't played the originals, but because like you can play the trilogy all kind of remastered for like $5 on Steam at full price, or just play them for free on like Newgrounds. Like, I hope people who are playing it without knowing the full series are still enjoying it, but that people generally embrace the larger series. Hello? Amelia, it is good to hear you again. I'm glad you are safe. Safe? I just had to run through burning steam and fight a weird monster from a furnace. But you managed to overcome those obstacles, and for the time being, you are safe. We have the opportunity to talk more now. I still can't get to you. Still trying to access the room? Excellent. I know you can make it. And you're in there? No. Sadly, but you will find the path leading to me. More riddles? Can't you just tell me what's in there? I do not know. I cannot see it from here. Fair enough, I guess. Amelia, I know I said we might have more time now. However, it can still run out. No matter how big the hourglass is, the grains of sand are still numbered. Please, hurry. I'm stuck. Hot steam is blocking my way, and the only way to turn it off is a furnace that requires a lever. And I have nothing like that. The bone broke when I was fighting the monster. Do not fret, Amelia. Remember, this is a dream, and while it is not yours, you are still the dreamer, the traveler. You can give me as many little titles as you want, but none of them can be used as a lever. You would be surprised by how much you can influence a dream, even if it is not yours. You need to calm down and realize the power that is in your hands. You possess a certain focus. You can use it to restore what you once had, to remember what was lost. Like that broken bone? It is a bit of a gruesome example, but could serve as a learning case. Close your eyes, remember the item you wish to bring back, and use your focus. That's a cool mechanic. I must finish this conversation. I've already risked too much. They are going to notice. They? Hello? They just keep saying shit like that, man. This is your focus. Use imagination to conjure known items. Okay, there's... Oh, up in the corner here. Okay. Oh, you could imagine a bottle of medicine, but it's like really costly. Hard yet disgustingly spongy and slightly slimy. Ugh. A small bottle of medicine. It's called Universal Remedy, and supposedly it can treat all sorts of injuries. Somehow, I never heard of it before. Oh, damn. The show combat stats is tied to the middle button, and my middle button is very, very broken. So hopefully that's something I can change. Ooh, I'm going to turn up the typing speed slightly more. But I actually can't use that button because I don't think you can reconfigure the controls anymore. So that's kind of frustrating, I guess. I'm just stuck not being able to inspect items ever. Yeah, the middle button is just like stuck. It's been stuck for like years. I should probably replace the mouse, but everything else about it works fine, so I've just made do. So anyway, yeah. Okay, so I have one focus that I've now spent. But did I gain back one that only has one durability? Yeah. And I could add a second durability to it. Okay, interesting. I'm incredibly fascinated by this new mechanic. This so easily could have just been made another point-and-click adventure. So to find opportunities to take it to the next level in interesting ways is why Script Welder is the best. Human bone has been lost. Now we can flip the lever. And inside, there's a key inside. It's still very hot. Picking it up might be painful. No. I want to throw the bucket of water on this to extinguish it. Very steamy, but now this should be fine, right? I assume it just would have done damage. I don't know if it would have, like, you know, been worse than that. I doubt it would have, like, I don't know, killed me. But best to be a little cautious with it, I think. Okay, well, I guess if I'm moving beyond this area, I don't really know if I'll be coming back, so I think I am going to risk picking this up. I assume there will be other opportunities to gather medicine, like, if needed. Oh, what now? It's locked. Right, of course. There was still those doors upstairs. You know what? I as curious as I am by the fact that I think I just walked into like a classroom or something. Oh shit, it locked behind me. I didn't even try those double doors upstairs. I kind of just assumed that they would be locked and I would need to come back to them. So hopefully I was safe in that assumption. Old television set. Okay, so I can influence these. That seems to be the best they're going to get. Oh, so I think it's just going to be a number. Oh, I'm so close. Yeah, okay, that was slightly better. 387. Room 387. That's it. That's where I have to go. I think. I've got to first shadow people. What the hell is that? Stay away. Hopefully I can just, you know, like point my flashlight at them. Does that freeze them? No, it doesn't. Oh, God. Okay, I thought it would, like, hold them still. Abnormal neural activity detected. Memory corruption imminent. Run, Amy, run was the achievement. So, Was I never supposed to succeed there, or will I get a second attempt? Aborting dream, restoring consciousness, disconnecting, waking up. Maybe I was never supposed to make it past that part. Yeah. Oh, God. Dear God. Yeah, I'd have a little moment for myself there as well, I think. Someone's at the door. I guess I'll try and play up until, like, I don't know, the next time I go to sleep or something. I don't really know where to cut off the episode. Is this Alex? Hello? May I help you? This looks like the train conductor. Oh, but that's really funny, though, because dreams do that sort of weird merging of things all the time. Can I talk to the guy that lives here? Be calm. Unfortunately, he's gone. Moved? You his girlfriend? His sister. And no, not moved. He died. Huh? Had no idea. My condolences. So you live here now? For a while, I need to sort out some of the things my brother left behind. I see. Gotta ask, though, as a concerned neighbor. You okay, miss? What do you mean? Listen, I don't want to sound like I'm complaining. Not to a girl that just lost her brother. But I heard loud noises coming from here in the middle of the night. Noises? Yep, screams mainly. And the disturbing kind. Was this close to calling the cops, to be honest. I might have had a bad dream. Miss, that was a bad dream. I don't want to know how you scream in real danger. It sounded like, pardon my expression, a piglet getting skinned alive. Why do you know how... Anyway, I'm sorry for disturbing your sleep. This won't happen again. Do take care of yourself, miss. For your own and your neighbor's sake. His eyes are his eyes just yellow? It looked freaky as hell. Huh, what exactly happened last night? That shadow creature. I felt it stripping away my memories, my whole being, before I was pulled away. Was I saved by that electrode cap? Which reminds me, I should probably check on my computer. Something tells me it took a hit for me there. And I need to decide what I should do with my day. I want to go back there to look for Thomas as fast as possible, but I need to spend the daytime somehow. So, one, just a stupid thing. A dream from like a week ago. My old school bus driver showed up and was a fan of my YouTube channel and was just telling me about it and was like, had watched all my videos. It was like quoting things. I was like, I don't even remember what I say in most of my videos. You know, it's you go through the process of creating it and you put it out there and you kind of move on a little bit. But anyway, so it was just very stupid and like random people from your life, like. That lady, I have no idea what happened to her. I don't even know if she's alive or anything. Like, and I honestly don't even know if I remember fully what she looked like, but I was confident that that's who it was in the dream. Weird stuff like that. So, like, the neighbor ending up as the train conductor is really interesting, especially when she clearly hadn't met him before, but it would have been Thomas's dream, right? So there's just kind of interesting ways that, like, that layer of dreams is being played around with here. I think that's where I'm going to wrap up the first episode. It's hard to know where to kind of break things up in this, but that seemed like a nice contained story going through the two different dream sequences there. Going to roughly aim for these to be around an hour, but I'll kind of have to make that call as we go. Thank you all so much for watching. I'm hoping to be uploading these daily, so I hope to see you again soon.